The film opens with a documentary-style series of interviews that introduce the story of how in 1982, an alien ship arrived above Johannesburg, South Africa. It stayed above the city for 3 months without any contact, and eventually, humans took the initiative and physically cut into the ship. They discover a large group of aliens who are malnourished and sick. The aliens are later assessed as being workers, with their leaders mysteriously missing. It is hypothesized that a plague may have wiped out all of the leader classes. A grainy footage shows part of the ship, supposedly a command module falling to Earth, but nobody has been able to find it, leaving the ship still hovering but inoperable. The creatures are given permission to leave their craft and live on Earth but are housed in a slummy government camp consisting mostly of shabby 1- to 2-room sheds. The alien race's true name is never learned, and humans primarily referred to them as prawns, a derogatory term referring to the bottom-feeding sea creature they resemble. Eventually, overcrowding and militarization turned the area into a slum known as District 9. A massive black market is set up between the aliens and a group of Nigerians led by Obasanjo, a paraplegic warlord. In addition to engaging in interspecies prostitution, the Nigerians exchange canned cat food for alien weapons, as the cat food has an effect similar to catnip on the aliens. It is now 2010. The human population of Johannesburg has lost patience with the alien predicament, and Multinational United or MNU, a private company that has no concern for the welfare of the aliens, has been hired to take control of them. MNU's actual motive is their interest in the aliens' advanced weaponry, but its integration with alien biology makes it useless to humans. An MNU field operative named Wikus van der Merwe is tasked with moving 1.8 million aliens to a new camp, District 10, located 200 kilometers from Johannesburg, with help from private security forces working for MNU. MNU teams serving warrants for the relocation of the aliens find caches of contraband items, including weapons, in many alien shacks. Wikus himself oversees several inspections and is assisted by Kubus Venter, a belligerent MNU military operative whose tactics with the aliens are ruthless and cruel. In another shack, not far away, an alien named Christopher Johnson distills a mysterious black substance that has taken him 20 years to find the components for, and stores it in a small black cylinder. While serving an eviction notice to Christopher, and searching his shack, Wikus finds the cylinder which squirts its contents into his face. He collects the device as evidence and becomes almost instantly nauseous. Wikus returns to his office and grows increasingly ill throughout the day, with his nails coming off of his fingers. He returns home that evening and collapses at a surprise party in his house. He is rushed to a hospital where a doctor discovers his left arm has metamorphosed into that of a prawn's. Wikus is then taken into custody by MNU, the cylinder is confiscated, and a series of tests and experiments are performed on him. The scientists are surprised to find that his DNA has been altered to the point that he can operate the aliens' weapons with both his alien hand and human hand. The scientists discover that his DNA is currently in balance with the alien DNA, which gradually transforms him into a prawn. With the permission of Wikus' ruthless father-in-law, Pete Smit, they decide to harvest his body for biological material at this critical point, to see if they can figure out how to get the same reaction in other human subjects later on. However, during the attempted vivisection, Wikus overpowers his captors and escapes, fleeing from MNU. He attempts to return home, but he finds MNU agents already there. Making his way across the city, he is shocked and a news broadcast is put out for his capture, with edited footage showing him having sexual intercourse with the aliens in an unsavory way. With nowhere else to turn to, Wikus finds refuge in District 9. The next day, MNU helicopters search for Wikus and he runs to Christopher's rundown shack to hide. Christopher shows a great deal of understanding of how alien technology functions over other aliens and possesses the command module for the ship. He also communicates with MNU officials more effectively than other aliens, raising the possibility that he may be a surviving member of the prawn leadership caste. Looking around inside, Vickers is shocked to find that hidden under the shack is the mothership's command module. Christopher explains to Vickers that the cylinder he took was the power source that could power the module to return to the ship, where there would be technology to reverse Vickers' current mutation. In order to get the cylinder back from MNU, Vickers tries to buy some alien weaponry from Obasanjo and his gang. Obasanjo sees Vickers' prawn arm and is fascinated by it, and orders his men to cut Vickers' arm so he could eat it and gain the alien's powers. Vickers grabs an alien gun and fights back, stealing some alien weaponry on his way out. With Christopher's help, they launch an assault on MNU and successfully retrieve the fuel cylinder. While there, Christopher discovers that MNU has been conducting horrific experiments on his people. They fight their way back to District 9. After seeing what the humans are doing to his race, Christopher's priorities have changed, with him claiming that Vickers' cure will take 3 years. Furious, Vickers knocks Christopher unconscious and goes down the shack to power up the ship himself. The MNU mercenaries target Vickers and destroy one of the command module's engines, causing it to crash. After Vickers is captured by MNU, a battle between the MNU mercenaries and Obasanjo's gang breaks out. After a long firefight, the Nigerians captured Vickers. Just before Vickers' arm is chopped off, Christopher's son activates several systems in the mothership, including the autopilot routine of a mechanized battle suit, which slaughters Obasanjo and his men. Vickers enters the alien walker battle suit, and after initially attempting to flee, returns and rescues Christopher. Armed with a lightning cannon, tracking missiles, and a high-powered machine gun, Vickers fights the MNU men. After being knocked over by an anti-tank sniper round, he convinces Christopher to return to the shuttle without him, over Christopher's objections. Christopher promises Vickers that he will return in 3 years to repair his body. Christopher then boards the shuttle and activates a tractor beam which returns the command module to the mothership. Vickers' battle suit is hit in the back and the suit ejects him. Heavily wounded, he begins dragging himself away from Kubus Venter, the sole survivor of an MNU squad, but is quickly caught. As he prepares to shoot Vickers, other prawns appear and viciously attack and dismember Venter. With a thunderous, rolling boom, the mothership starts up and takes flight. People all over Johannesburg applaud as the ship departs Earth. The film concludes with another series of interviews and news broadcasts, providing human opinions on the events that unfolded. The aliens are successfully moved to District 10, which now has a population of 2.5 million and is growing. One of Vickers' co-workers hacks MNU's database and publicly exposes their illegal genetic experiments. There are many different theories on Vickers' fate. Some people believe that he either left on the mothership, is in hiding, or was captured by MNU or a government agency. Some interviewees hypothesize that the aliens are planning to return with a full army and declare war on humanity. An interview with Vickers' wife reveals a small metal rose was left on her doorstep. Her friends have told her that it could not have possibly been Vickers, but she doubts it. In the final scene, an alien with a bandaged left arm is shown in a junkyard, fashioning a rose out of scrap metal. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new release. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.